Well, hello everyone. So I've been here, still making a mess, still working on these doors. Had a little hiccup on this one over here. So I kind of had a feeling this might happen, but I wasn't 100% sure. I was trying it out. So, but on this door here, I had it all bondoed up and everything, and it just broke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a square and actually put in, glue in a new piece of wood and then re-drill for the door, or re-drill for the handle. So it kind of sucks, but I kind of had a feeling it might happen, and you never know. So luckily I have a contingency plan. I want to tell you about whenever I went, I forgot to say it in the last video, but I went to go look at that van, the Monster, and it was a super extended, 3,500 one ton. The cool thing about it is it had no windows in it, and they're kind of hard to find. Anyways, I go there, and the guy spoke very broken English, and in the posting it said ran, drive, everything's fine, but I had a water leak. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it's either, the water pump or the physically van, the van will actually, leak water inside. So anyways, I go there and I say, okay, let's crank it up. He said, oh, it don't run. I was like, well, in the post it said runs and dries. He's like, don't run. And supposedly water is leaking into the ECM, the electronic control module, which controls the entire van. So I was like, oh crap, and he had a price, as it would have been a good price, a good average price if it, run and drive and had, some other little issues. The other thing is the van did not look like the one in the picture. Like it was a hot mess. I don't know if he, adjusted the brightness on it. I don't know if he photoshopped it. I don't know, but the picture or it might have been an old picture of the van. I don't know, but it didn't look like the picture. So I'm like, all right. So, I'm interested, but a lot less. So anyways, he opens up the truck, and the whole truck, honest to God, it smelled like a taco stand. It smelled like, 5-day-old Taco Bell left in the vehicle. And so I was like, oh my God, So I said, well, let's look at the back, and they opened it up, and this thing's loaded down like he just got off a job. Loaded down with like old drywall and crap all over the place, tools thrown in there. I'm like, so does all this stuff come with it? He is, no, I got to clean it out. I was like, so you're not ready to sell it then? He said, no, it'll be a couple of days. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell am I doing here? So anyways, I offered him a number. He didn't answer me on the number. He just never answered yes or no, or, so I don't know if he understood that I was trying to offer him a lower price and just take it as is. But anyways, I didn't get the van, long story short. So but yeah, I worked here last night, got a little tired, and I just quit, went home. Now I'm back up here and about to head out to the job. But I want to show you, I went and had some electrical outlets put in instead of them strobing lights. So I'm going to bring some lights up in here, and make this a little bit brighter. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. But now I can plug in, like shop lights and different things. And I set up tables. And so all this is going to be organized now. So I'll be coming back in here. And like I think I mentioned, I'm pretty sure I mentioned in the last video, but this is going to be where I'm bringing stuff in. I can back my truck up right here to this door, bring stuff in. I'm going to have one table for like the paperwork, office stuff. This one's going to be for tools. That one's going to be for garage sale. And, I'm going to have everything as far as a place to where, where as I'm going through it, then I'm going to have totes underneath. So, and then I am going to, once everything in there is cleared out, I'm going to put shelving up against the walls. And then as I get to a point, these tables will be put as like rows in the center. So I don't want anything tall in the center that can block a view and have someone go on the other side and do something stupid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line all the walls with the tall shelving, and that's how it's going to be. So, and then I am going to have one section. I think I'm going to keep it right here just because this kind of works and it's out of the way, where all the doors are going to be right here. And I might put some, like maybe along the back wall, and just put them flat for like the leaded and the beautiful doors, you know, leaded glass. But all these are going to be posted on Marketplace. All the big stuff's going to be posted on Marketplace as well. So, but if you're interested in the garage sale, you know, subscribe, because I'm going to be making a whole bunch of walkthroughs prior to the garage sale, so you can literally look on the video and see what I'm going to be selling. You know, I'm not going to sit there and, you know, do deals over Facebook Marketplace, but you know, basically I'm going to do kind of a walkthrough saying, okay, this is where I'm at right now, this is the stuff I got set up, so, and everything that's priced and ready. But anyways, this is finally somewhat set up and clean. I am going to figure out, I might put something up here, you know, like some scrap wood, or if I find some clearance drywall. It ain't gonna be pretty, and I'm not gonna spend no money on it, but I may kind of do something with this roof here. In fact, I ran out of insulation. Ironically, this is where I used to sit, right here, so the only place that didn't have insulation was right where I sat. So, but yeah, having the AC in here, having all this stuff, really makes it nice to come in here and then, you know, escape the heat of the summer, because it's gonna be hot. And yeah. Oh, and the garage sales are going to be kind of like every day. So maybe not every single day, but I am going to have it not just on Fridays, but I'm going to do a lot more than what I did before, and I'll advertise that as well. So, but anyways, that's you guys are caught up. Peace, love, money. I'm out.